What's up guys, I'm here with another video. Welcome to episode 4 of Let's Build the City. Today we're building a Walmart. So, yeah. Let's build a Walmart. Ladies and gentlemen. This is all for you. This is for you American people who like Walmart. Americans, this is for you. Hello, Vizzle Yim. Welcome to live stream. Just got to sort out my desk. And just sorting out everything. Got to sort out this build the Walmart already. Alright, let's build the Walmart, ladies and gentlemen. Americans, this is for you. Without further ado, just gotta sort out my desk, and without further ado, let's build the Walmart.
Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make your very own Walmart for all of your city building needs. Not only have I designed the entire outside of Walmart for you, but I have also designed the entire inside of Walmart too. We have a little garden section, we have a fresh produce section, a butcher's, a bakery, freezer section, many aisles, we have a till area, a mini clothes section. In the back of our Walmart, we even have a staff room and also an extensive stock room. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. This is, of course, part 1. We will mostly be focusing on the entire outside of our Walmart in this particular video. If you do enjoy this video, please do remember to hit that like button. That really helps me out loads and loads, and subscribe to the channel. Click that little bell next to the subscription button to ensure that you get all of my videos sent directly to your sub box, and that will make sure that you definitely get to see part 2. But don't worry, part 2 will be linked to the card system, description below, and the top of the comment section when it's ready. You guys won't miss it. Let's get started. So before we get this started, ladies and gentlemen, here are all of the materials that we will be using to make our Walmart, or at least the outside of it. Please do make sure that you have access to all those materials and enough of them as well. The amount of space required to make your Walmart is a pretty massive 56 by 83 block area, as represented by the white concrete grid on the ground, which you are more than welcome to make if you are planning out a city. It will help you out quite a lot. Trust me, you don't just want to chuck this in a city if you've already got stuff built around it. You'll probably end up building on top of something else. And that's it. Pause the video if you have to. Make sure you have all that stuff. Make sure you've got enough room to make it. Make the grid if you feel like making it. It certainly will help you out. And once you're ready, we can begin. Step 1, my Walmart building friends. Come all the way over to the front left-hand corner of your grid, if you've made it. Count to the right of this corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We're then going to count inwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 blocks in. In starting in this position, that will mean that if you have made the grid, we are both starting in the exact same place, and everything will go exactly where it has to. So we're going to start off in this position by placing a light grey terracotta on the ground. Place one to the right of it. Extend backwards by 1, and then extend to the right by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Extend one block towards you, and then to the right. And I also want you to extend backwards, and we can do this on the opposite side as well. I want you to take the two little 2x2 squares of light grey terracotta, and I want you to raise them up on both sides like this. I want you to grab your terracotta, and I want you to place 5 solid layers of terracotta directly on top of these 2 pillars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like this. We're going to do this on both sides, and this is actually going to allow us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to place the window that is centered at the middle of the build. So this is all of the framing for that particular part of this build. We are going to join it together at the top, just like this, like that. We are going to then add 2 more rows of terracotta directly on top of everything that we've just made. So just directly on top of it, 2 entire rows of terracotta like this. Perfection. And then we're going to grab our white concrete, and up left diagonally from the empty space of the window, place a white concrete, and go right by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Add another layer on top. Extending from the upper right hand corner of the white sign, place a yellow concrete, gap, yellow concrete, place a yellow concrete above and below the empty space in the middle like this. Grab yourself the light grey concrete, and this is where things get a little bit fun. We want to halve the area through the middle, 1 row behind the actual frame, using our light grey concrete like this. We want to leave a gap of 2 coming inwards from both sides, and then we want to split the area once again, kind of like you're making like a noughts and crosses, like a little grid like this, using your light grey concrete. And then we're simply going to fill the entire area in using your black stained glass paint. So this is going to be the front window. It's also going to have some plants as well that we're actually going to be building in part 2, because I think that more so covers the decoration side of the build. But yeah, that's kind of like what we're looking at right now. Something that we could actually bypass a little bit is I want you to take the top 2 corners of the actual framework that we've kind of just made, and I want you to extend the corners backwards each by 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 like this, and then you can just kind of like extend across, and then you can just join it backwards.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Like this. And another cool feature of the top of the build here is the fact that I want you to add another row of terracotta that goes above and around the outside of this particular part of your wall mark. So it's going to go above and around, like and it's just going to create a nice little bit more of a shape and some depth, like so. You can even add a layer of quartz slab directly to the outer side of this, and again, that's just like it. It just helps create depth with certain.
I'm playing Minecraft later. Okay.
Parts of the build, but more so it adds another colour to the colour palette, which is always nice, and it just makes it look a little bit more interesting, I do think. And now that we have done that, the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to be working immediate left and the immediate right sides of our Walmart, and we're going to focus on the left first because it's actually a lot easier than the right, funnily enough. So, on this particular left side of Walmart, I want you to place light grey terracotta extending outwards and backwards diagonally from the bottom of this pillar. Place another light grey terracotta on top with 5 regular terracotta, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on top of that. We're going to extend that to the left by 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we're going to extend this almost all the way down to the ground. We actually want to leave it 2 rows off the ground to which we can connect it down to the ground using light grey terracotta. We're going to take that top corner and we're going to extend it backwards by 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to extend that almost always down.
I need to pee. Be right back.
Except
okay.
What's going to be light grey terracotta just to finally connect it. Or do we make this? You know what? Actually, we will make this even with the back of the build there, so we'll just have the 1 terracotta off the ground and we'll have the 2 on that side. Underneath the top here, we're going to add 2 rows of terracotta extending downwards from the top. We're going to place a terracotta on the left and the right. It's just going to create like a little archway like this. What do we want to do here? Well, here I think what we're going to do is we're going to place inside this empty space, left to right, we're going to place light grey, white, light grey, white, light grey, white concrete. We're going to extend all of these down just by 1 row like this. I think we're only going to do 1, and then we're going to extend it 1 row towards us. And when I say it, I mean all of it. So the white concrete and the light grey, like so. So that's looking pretty good. And what we also want to do whilst we are at is we want to take light grey terracotta here and we want to extend it inwards by 7. I believe that will line us up with just about here actually, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yep.
Okay, that's 7.
I didn't want to get that wrong, perfect. And then we're going to add 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of terracotta directly on top of it. And that should look like a this. And then we can kind of copy what we have on the opposite side there. We kind of want to create like that same archway effect. Because this is one of the entrances into the store, we have 2 entrances, left and right here. We can then build opposite side there. We kind of want to create like that same archway effect. Because this is one of the entrances into the store, we have 2 entrances, left and right here. We can then build up the rest of this like terracotta area here, just so that it all matches all the way around. But pretty much what we want to do, and I only just thought about this now actually, is we can add some lights into the top of this. So I think what we are going to do is we are just going to, maybe we can use a little bit of light grey just to vary it a little bit. We're just going to fill the top of this little area in using light grey, or maybe we'll do it 1 row inwards, or maybe we won't even use light grey, maybe we'll use a different colour. We might even, no, that's what we'll do, we'll use the light grey terracotta instead. So leaving a gap of 1, so kind of like here, we're just going to have the light grey terracotta, just to kind of...
I'm going to add my friend into this video. Okay.
Light. It's possible that we may even use a little bit of glass there later as well, but you can see that it creates kind of like quite a nice effect. I quite like that. So now that that has been done on that side, ladies and gentlemen, we actually want to do pretty much the exact same thing on this side, but with a few extra steps. So on this side, again, we're going to come all the way down to the bottom right hand side of this little pillar here. We're going to place ourselves in the light grey terracotta. This time we are going to place, I believe it would be 6 terracotta on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that the same as the other side? It is. We're then going to extend right by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We're going to extend backwards by the same amount as we did on that side, which I do believe is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. We're going to join all the way down to the ground with both of the corners, except of course the ground block is actually going to be...
Well, what's your favourite food? I don't know.
Grey terracotta instead. My bad. The light grey terracotta is going to be the block on the ground, and then we're going to have the terracotta leading down to it. We're going to extend the inwards light grey terracotta inwards by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like this, and then we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of terracotta directly on top, and then we can kind of make like our archway shapes like this. You know what, we'll just add that extra row just there, like that. Yeah, on the outside and the inside we want to add 2 rows of terracotta archway shapes like this. You know what, we'll just add that extra row just there, like that. Yeah, on the outside and the inside we want to add 2 rows of terracotta underneath this particular part, and then terracotta in the corners on both sides, so here and then on this side additionally, so we'll connect this together at the top, and then we'll add 1 row and 2 rows, and then the...
Mine is pizza and cooked ginger with pork. Okay.
Of terracotta, just like that. That's looking great. What else do we want to do? So on the front of the build we're going to have the same thing as well, so the light grey featuring the white, just like underneath the top here, and this is just supposed to be like a little sort of canopy. I actually modelled this Walmart on an actual real world Walmart, so, and there will be a Walmart that looks exactly like this somewhere. What else do we want to do? We want to add the light grey terracotta. We want to add it to the inside of the top here, and it just wants to clear that little, what would we call it, that little archway, just by 1 row. It's possible that we will add a little bit of glass, maybe just... middle, or some sea lanterns or something a little bit later on. I'm wondering whether we do anything else with the inside, kind of, whilst I mean, we're kind of here, right? I feel as though that whilst we are here, we might as well just inside a little bit.
Can you time set noon so I can see what you're building?
So on the inside here, we're going to have like an internal entrance. So this is kind of like a soft entrance, you might say. You know, there's no walls or anything stopping you. But here is where we would have like the automatic doors and stuff. We're going to have rows of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 light grey concrete extending inwards on both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this, extending inwards on both sides. On the left and right of Walmart, we'll join it together at the top. We'll leave a gap of 1 extending down, and then we'll have another horizontal row of light grey. You can use glass to mark this out. We're going to leave gaps of, on the left and right side, we're going to have rows of 1, 2, 3 glass extending inwards, 1, 2, 3 glass extending inwards on the left and right side. We'll have light grey concrete in between, and then we'll place a little bit of glass pane in between that. Where the light grey concretes are above us, we are going to extend down using our light grey. We'll fill the middle portion in. This isn't going to be a door.
Nice Walmart build, dude. Thanks.
In between, and on the left and right side, we are going to have what seem to be kind of like open automatic doors. We'll have some like pressure plates and stuff to make it look as though that's where it is a little bit more. But basically, they're the automatic supermarket doors that make you feel as though that you are one with the force when you walk through them. So, yeah, that's exactly what that is. That's looking pretty good. We don't really have to fill any of this area in exactly. If you kind of wanted a little bit of a jump start on what it's going to look like, this area is literally like this is kind of like I kind of like to call it an airlock. You know, on like spaceships and stuff, like you've got the airlock where you chuck stuff out, like how you would exit a spaceship, like the place that you're not really supposed to go, like the airlock, and then you come back in and then you get repressurized and all that stuff. That's kind of like what this is like. It's kind of like a little airlock sort of room, or at least that's how I kind of like think about it. So this is all going to be filled in with block of quartz. This is like the separation between the outside, and then the inside here will also be block of quartz. But this is supposed to be very separate from the rest of the build, sort of, in terms of the floor. But that's what we've done to the inside so far. We've done a pretty good job there. But something that we are missing is the fact that the right side of the build is vastly different to the left side of the build. So we're going to grab ourselves the light grey terracotta, and of course we're going to work our way to the right side of the build. We're going to place a light grey terracotta extending backwards.
Anyways, your skin is nice too, dude. Thanks. Hello, Altiles Kalunod. Welcome to live stream. Hopefully I said that correctly.
Right corner here of the wall. And on top of it, we're going to place 3, 1, 2, 3 light, regular terracotta on top. We're going to extend it to the right by 11. 1, 2, 3, 4.
11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we're going to extend down by 2, stick a light grey terracotta underneath, but more importantly we're going to extend upwards by 2 as well. And I also want you to extend up 2 on the left side as well, and I want you to fill the middle of this in using light grey terracotta, just to create a colour contrast, like this. Okay, so this area here is going to be glass windows. That means we need light grey concrete. We're going to place light grey concrete extending up from the ground in the 2 corners here on the left and right. We're going to leave gaps of 2, and then we're going to do the same thing again. So we're going to have in total 4 rows of light grey concrete forming the windows, pretty much. We're going to place our black stained glass paint in between every single one of these, like this. That's looking good. And that is how this side is vastly different, because on the other side, as you can see, we do not have that.
I have a lot of skin. I have way too many skins. Want one. I'm on PlayStation. I don't have PlayStation Plus. Love your creativity. I'll leave a like and sub. Thank you. I got a notification from YouTube. It's from 7 News. Let's have a look. What's this? Oh, stupid bloody COVID. It's just Melbourne easing lockdown. Stupid. A lot of stupid COVID. It's bullshit. Sorry if I swear. Anyway, let's continue building this Walmart. Americans, this is for you.
Vastly different, perhaps might have been a bit of a hyperbole, but I think it's different enough. So, now that we've done that, we're actually going to work on more so the depth of our Walmart. Walmart is a big thinker. It's got a lot of depth to it. It's not I don't know what I'm talking about. We need to add some really long walls. It's basically the Socrates of supermarkets. I don't know. Anyway, so what we're going to do, all the way over on the left side of Walmart, we're going to take the light grey terracotta here, and we're going to extend it backwards. We have to extend it backwards by quite a hefty amount. 36.
Oh boy, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, let's see if let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Oh boy, that was a lot. Yeah, I ate COVID too, it sucks. Yeah, it sucks as crap. I'm not getting the vaccine. They can take the vaccine and shove it up their ass. Because the vaccine is stupid. It poisons you. Dang, hope you feel better. I haven't got COVID. I'm just saying that I hate it. It's stupid. It's bullshit. Even we're not in lockdown, but we deserve freedom. But we don't have a lot of COVID restrictions over here, but Victoria is going crazy with rising COVID cases. Queensland, not too bad. They only have a few ones, like no COVID cases, or 1, 2, or 3, or 4, 5, 6. Not bad. We used to be in lockdown all the time, but COVID's bullshit. Why did they even create it in the first place? Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about that and let's continue. I counted a row 36. Done it!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Ran out of breath there a little bit. So unhealthy. We're going to extend that light grey terracotta across the back of the build, and then I'm going to come all the way to the front, and I'm actually going to extend that backwards, so the front to the back. So it's all just going to connect together pretty much just in one big sort of rectangular shape. It's almost square actually. I don't know whether that works out to be, but it's almost square. The left and right walls, at the very least, and most of the back, have to have 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of terracotta added on top of
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
to form actual walls. So there's not really much in the ways of windows on these sides of our Walmart. You can add them. No one is saying that you can't. But should you? That's up to you. It will limit how much detail you can add. Hang on. 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, alright, it's 6 then. So this is actually going to seem a little bit higher than the front of the build. That's because it is, but there's actually a very good reason that the walls are a little bit higher, and you'll see that later on. So you'll see why, don't worry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's the same height as here. Huh. Anyway, we'll sort
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Whatever has went slightly awry, we will sort out later on. Don't worry. So, as long as these two walls are 6 rows high, that is how high the actual walls are on the left and right, and also the back. As long as that is right, we can fix whatever we have done. I don't think that we've actually done anything. It's just that we haven't fully completed those two parts on the front. So it's okay.
Let's increase create short videos on the YouTube app. Introducing the shorter side of YouTube, YouTube Shorts.
Like, for instance, this thing here should have a row of terracotta. I think that's why I'm slightly getting confused. That should have a row of terracotta on top of it, and it's supposed to be 6. Don't worry about it. You'll see why I'm getting slightly confused when we actually get to the part that I keep alluding to a little bit later on. So that leaves us with this, the back of Walmart. Now, the back of Walmart is actually not as boring as the left and right hand sides. On the back of Walmart we have an area where we would be able to take like stuff from lorries and actually like load it into a warehouse. The inside of Walmart has like a little bit of warehouse, like a big giant stock room. So if we start from the bottom left hand corner of the building, we move inwards by 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. We'll place ourselves a light grey concrete here. We'll extend the light grey concrete up by 1. We will then leave a gap of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll place another light grey concrete like this. We'll stick a light grey concrete on top, just like so. And what we then want to do is we want to leave a gap of 1, 2 in between that light grey concrete. We're going to stick a light grey terracotta here on the right side.
I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, I'm back.
We're going to do the same thing on the left gap of 2, place a light terracotta. We're going to fill the wall in behind using terracotta itself. So this wall is actually going to be as big as the walls.
What's your favourite game? Minecraft, of course.
Wall that will allow us to make the little bit of a frame that is where the loading bay. That's what I was looking for earlier. This is the loading bay. Or unloading bay. I guess unloading bay. The point of the matter is that whenever the lorries or the trucks or whatever you want to call it drop produce and stock off to Walmart, this is where they wear it, basically. So now that we've got that, what we're going to do is we're going to place on top.
What do you play on? PlayStation.
To add some terracotta itself, like this, and then we're going to join it together here on the left, and that is basically just going to mark out the fact that that is where this like little loading bay area is as well. We can actually make this look a little bit fancier. So I'm just going to chuck most of these materials away, and I'm just going to grab some. What do we need for this? We need the smooth stone slabs, stone brick wall, stone brick stairs, and we're also going to. Stained glass. So I'm going to place 2 stone brick wall on top of each of the tops of the light grey concrete. I'm going to place smooth stone slabs extending across both sides like so. I'm going to then fill the entire middle of this in using some stone brick stairs like this, which is going to look like a big garage door. And then I think I'm just going to destroy the middle of this, and I'm going to replace it using some glass. So, really, behind this, there actually shouldn't be any wall, which is kind of my bad. We should really destroy the wall behind all of kind of like the garage door area, so to speak. We'll probably make that look a little bit fancier in part 2 on.
PS3, PS4, PS5. I don't know what? PS5 or Xbox. PlayStation.
The inside, because that is what the entire second part of this build is supposed to be. But there you go, we kind of have like a little loading bay now. That's looking pretty decent. So now that we've done that, we are going to then. What do we want to do? We've made a huge part of this build, ladies and gentlemen. I guess what we should do is we should focus a little bit more on the actual walls and kind of like the top of Walmart, because the top of Walmart is kind of like a little bit tricky. There's like a couple of different halves to it almost. So I'm going to grab the terracotta and I'm going to grab the quartz slabs. We'll need light grey concrete for this, and we will also need probably the black stained glass a little bit. So what do we want to do? The reason that I got confused earlier about the height of the walls is because these 2 parts of the top of Walmart, like the 2 like entrance parts, we want to place terracotta extending above and outside the tops of them. The terracotta doesn't want to then kind of like extend around the rest of the build, but that terracotta that we just extended above and around, kind of like this part here, wants to extend all the way.
What's your favourite? SCPE SCP-99, because it's cute. What's SCPE?
Backwards, above the actual build itself, like this. So it wants to extend all the way backwards. It wants to hang off the back of the build pretty much. I think that, yeah, it's just going to hang off the back of the build like this. And then it's just going to pretty much extend all the way across, all the way to the front, like this. And it's just going to train all the way around to pretty much the equivalent spot on the opposite side. So you can see it adds a pretty cool level of depth. Now, the right side of Walmart, we want a similar thing, except we're just going to extend the top. It's not going to be above and around, it's going to almost be separate sides. So you can see it adds a pretty cool level of depth. Now, the right side of Walmart, we want a similar thing, except we're just going to extend the top. It's not going to be above the ground, it's going to almost be separate. We're going to extend the top like this. So it's just going to kind of like connect in such a manner as this. And I don't think that we're even going to extend it. So I want to try and find a way to make this look a little bit cleaner. I'm not actually sure how to make that connection look a little bit cleaner. Without, I guess an option would be just to add like another room to it on the back. I guess that is possible. I mean, it doesn't look bad, and then it does look a little bit better that way, I think. So that gives us two very separate areas. So we kind of like separated out Walmart a little bit. So from the top, it kind of looks like this, which looks a little bit weird. And the goal of this is to kind of like make the top of the build now look a tad bit nicer. So we're going to place quartz slabs all the way around the top of the big giant layer of terracotta that we added, like a giant terracotta rectangle.
Desio, what's your favourite YouTuber? My favourite YouTuber is TSMC Minecraft. He builds stuff. And by the way, guys, and you may be asking, what YouTuber are you using to build this Walmart? Well, TSMC Minecraft. He's a YouTuber that shows you how to build city builds and maybe houses and all that sorts of stuff.
That we kind of just made, we're going to place slabs all the way around because for some reason I would like the roof to look nice. Don't ask me why. It's not even really important, but I would like the roof to look nice. So quartz slabs going all the way around the top of the side of Walmart like this. We then want to add a layer of terracotta along the inside of this. So we at least want to have a layer of terracotta around the inside of our quartz slab. So we already have that on the back. We also want to add to the side here like this. And then it wants to just extend forwards. We also want to add it to the side here like this. And then it wants to just extend forwards. Just like that. So it will just look a little bit better like that. You can see that we're smoothing it out quite a bit more. Actually like that. Just like that. So it will just look a little bit better like that. You can see that we're smoothing it out quite a bit more. I actually like that quite a bit. This area here, so this is kind of like the top of the airlock, as I like to call it. I think that we're going to add another row of terracotta on the back part here to make it even more different. We're going to raise up all of the terracotta so that it is even and level with the, well, it's not even and level, it just sits just half a row below the actual quartz slabs, like so. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to add some glass to the top of this. So we'll just drop one row down and we'll add some glass to the top. So that'll be a nice little skyline. We'll figure out what to do with the inside of the top of Walmart in a little bit, but I think that looks pretty decent. When it comes to these two little parts that we kind of like separated out earlier, I think that we're going to add another row of terracotta. On top, like that. I think that looks pretty good, and then that way we kind of have two like little interesting sections, kind of like carved out. So yeah, I actually quite like that. I think that looks pretty good. When it comes to the rest of the top of the roof, I think that we're just going to add a row of terracotta that just sits below everything, and it's just going to be like an entire layer of terracotta, so to speak. So the rest of this particular part of the roof, which we will probably finish later on, so this, it's going to have a lot of depth to it, so it's going to be quite interesting to look at from the top if you ever get a peek of it. We'll basically just fill the entire rest of it in with terracotta later. We'll do that when we do our mass filling in. Around the top of the airlock just needs connecting down to the rest of the roof, and I think we probably have to do something to the actual airlock itself. So we have to find our way into here, because we don't want it to look scruffy, we want it to look nice. Like here, we want to fill in with terracotta, for instance. I think that we might add, what will we do? We could extend the terracotta down on these sides here, like this, to create kind of like a little bit of a depth. We could even add like a ring of light grey concrete that kind top. Again, just to kind of like make it look a little bit more interesting from the bottom. I do quite like that. And then the inside here actually looks perfectly fine, so there's no qualms here. That looks great. These areas look fine just on the outside. All of the outside I think looks pretty good. When it comes to this side of the build, I think what we're going to do is we're going to chip away this inner layer of... we can't really do that actually. What are we going to do here? So yeah, I guess we'll leave that. Or do we want to make that higher? No, I quite like the fact that it's... Okay, this is what we're going to do. All we're going to do is on this side of the wall, we're going to have a ceiling that's a little bit lower, and we're just going to fill the entire ceiling, the entire roof in using light grey concrete. So that's all we're going to do on this side. That's that will sit there, like this will come all the way to here, and then the terracotta will just be kind of like filled in here. We'll tackle the roof and all sorts of problems in the next part. We'll make sure that the inside looks good in the next part of the build, but just to visualize, all of that is going to be filled in with grey, and I'm actually going to be very happy with the fact that the entire roof area is actually going to look really good from the top. Because sometimes, you know, it's easy just to kind of like completely fill it in using just the material and have it all be boring, but it's actually going to look pretty good. So now that we've got a lot of the structure out of the way, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to start planning out the car park, which is an important part of the build. So we're going to need the smooth stone, we'll need light blue concrete, what else will we need? We'll need smooth stone slabs, we'll need some oak leaves, we'll also need some white concrete too. Okay, we want to... take the front left-hand corner of the middle part of Walmart and the front right-hand corner, and we want to leave a gap. We'll count out blocks instead. We want to find the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5th block, extending outwards from the light grey terracottas, and we want to place a light blue concrete. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 5th, we place ourselves the light blue concrete. And then extending outwards on the left and right, we want to leave a gap of 2, blue concrete, gap of 2, light blue concrete, gap of 2, light blue concrete. We want to do this on both sides, so we want to place 3 additional ones, leaving gaps of 2, and they'll just sit on the outsides of the wall pretty much, just like this. And that... basically just to make sure that kind of like drive up on the pavement. And this is all pretty much going to be pavement, by the way, kind of like around most of Walmart. So, like, for instance, on the left side of Walmart, we're going to have 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of smooth stone that we can kind of like walk along. So, on the left side of Walmart, you want to have 4 entire rows of kind of like smooth stone that you can walk along. Now, the smooth stone is going to extend all the way back, and I don't know how far it's going to hang on. roof stone that you. Stone is going to extend all the way back, and I don't know how far it's going to hang off the back just yet, so we'll just focus more so on these sides.
I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I'm gonna end the video here because I want to chill out a little bit. I just want to relax because, yeah, so see you guys soon.